In today's video, I'm going to show you how to master every scheduling option inside Make, the powerful automation platform, so your scenarios run exactly when you need them to. No manual triggering required. Make is one of the most flexible no-code automation tools available, and knowing how to schedule your scenarios correctly is the difference between an automation that quietly handles your work in the background and one that sits idle waiting for you to click a button. If this sounds useful, please hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a tutorial. And let's get into it. Before we touch a single setting, it helps to understand what scheduling actually means inside Make. When you build a scenario, you're telling Make what to do, but scheduling tells it when. Every active scenario needs a trigger, and for most time-based workflows, that trigger is the built-in scheduler. You'll find it by opening your scenario, clicking the clock icon on the scheduling bar, or simply setting it when you first activate a scenario. Make will prompt you to choose how often it should run. Let's go through every option you have. The first and most commonly used option is regular intervals. This sets your scenario to run on a continuous loop at a fixed frequency every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes, every hour, or even every several hours. This is the go-to choice for things like monitoring a form for new responses, checking an inbox, or syncing data between two apps on a rolling basis. One important thing to keep in mind here, Make processes data in bundles, and if your scenario pulls a high volume of records each time it runs, shorter intervals can eat through your operations allowance faster than you'd expect. Start with a longer interval, confirm the scenario is working, then tighten the frequency once you know the volume is manageable. The second option is every day. This runs your scenario once at a specific time of day, or if you add multiple time slots, at several recurring moments throughout the same day. Think of it as a daily alarm clock for your automation. This is ideal for morning report emails, end-of-day data exports, or nightly database syncs where freshness matters, but continuous polling would be overkill. When you set this up, pay close attention to the time zone setting. Make defaults to the time zone configured in your account. But if your team spans multiple regions, misaligned time zones are one of the most common causes of automations running at completely unexpected hours. Next up is days of the week and days of the month. These two modes are perfect for workflows that follow a business calendar rather than a simple loop. Days of the week lets you fire your scenario on specific weekdays, Monday through Friday for a weekly digest for instance, or just Friday afternoon for a weekly wrap-up report. Days of the month works the same way but anchored to calendar dates, which makes it excellent for monthly invoice generation, recurring billing reminders, or any task tied to the start or end of an accounting period. A pro tip here, if you pick the 31st as your monthly trigger date, Make will skip months that don't have 31 days. So for truly monthly tasks, the first or last day of the month is a safer bet. The fourth option is specific dates. Rather than a repeating schedule, this lets you target a single exact point in time, a particular date and hour, and fire the scenario just once. This is useful for one-off campaign launches, event day reminders, or any situation where you want Make to handle something on a known calendar date without you having to remember to do it manually. It's a small feature but an incredibly satisfying one once you've set it and genuinely forgotten about it, only to find the task completed perfectly on the day. Advanced scheduling is where Make's scheduler becomes genuinely powerful. This mode layers constraints on top of a base interval. You might set the scenario to run every 15 minutes, but only between 8 in the morning and 5 in the afternoon, and only on Mondays and Tuesdays. This is a game changer for business workflows that should respect working hours rather than running at 3 in the morning when no one will act on the output anyway. Advanced scheduling requires a bit more thought up front, but it's the most precise tool in the kit, and once you've used it, you'll wonder how you managed without it. Finally, there are scenarios that don't need time-based scheduling at all. These are on-demand scenarios and webhook-triggered scenarios. On-demand simply means you run the scenario manually whenever you choose. Great for testing or for processes you only need to kick off occasionally with full control. Webhook-triggered scenarios are a different category entirely. Instead of Make checking for work on a timer, an external application pushes data directly to Make the moment something happens. A new Stripe payment, a form submission, a GitHub commit. These fire your scenario instantly with no polling delay. Because the trigger comes from outside, Make doesn't need to schedule it. The webhook itself is the starting gun. One last thing worth saying before you go. The right scheduling choice isn't about which one looks most impressive. It's about matching the trigger to the real-world rhythm of the task. Ask yourself how time-sensitive the data is, how many operations your plan allows, and whether the automation needs to respect business hours. Get those 3 things right and your make scenarios will run quietly and reliably without any babysitting from you. You now have a complete picture of every scheduling option Make offers, from simple rolling intervals all the way to instant webqueue triggers and precision advanced windows. Bookmark this video and come back to it whenever you're setting up a new scenario and need a quick reminder of which mode to reach for. And if there's a specific type of automation you'd like me to build from scratch in a future tutorial, drop it in the comments. I read every one and build from what you ask. See you in the next one.